So this is the spare rib just coming out of the smoker. We're about to let it rest for 30 minutes to an hour. 200 degrees right now, internal. Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to smoke fish and ribs the simplest way possible. I hope you enjoy the video. Make sure you preheat the smoker at the highest temperature for about 40 minutes and then bring it back down anywhere between 225 to 275. I kept mine at about 250 the whole time, and that's usually the best temperature for ribs and fish. So make sure you take the membrane off the ribs at the bottom. It's just the skin that will help the spices get into the meat better. It's a step that will really help tenderize the meat. I'm going to smoke some salmon and some ribs, and we have here spare ribs and baby back ribs, and this is salmon. We have wild and farmed, and I'm gonna just spray it down with oil, and I made my own rub that I'm gonna put in the description how to make that, and I'm just gonna spray it and put the rub on and then smoke this fish until 145 degrees internal, and the ribs will be about 200. So yeah, I'm gonna get this done right now. So we got the oil on the meat, and I'm not going to use the same seasoning on the salmon. Salmon I'm going to do real simple, just salt and brown sugar. And for the ribs, I have the rub that I made, which consisted of, I'm going to put the ingredients below because there's about 6 or 7 of them. I've applied the oil, I've applied the seasoning to the fish, again, salt and sugar, brown sugar, and I have my rub applied to both sides of the ribs, spare ribs and baby back ribs. Like I said, we're going to smoke these. 200 degrees inside on the ribs, 145 on the fish. I'm going to be using hickory barbecue smoking chips. I have an electric smoker. I used to do it on charcoal, but it's a lot more simple on the electric, less steps, and it gets pretty much the same results without having to deal with charcoal. Just my opinion. They're both good, but you know, charcoal is a little bit better for flavor, but not that big of a difference to take all that extra effort if you don't have to. Also guys, make sure you put the fish on some foil before it goes in the smoker, because it will get so soft it will fall apart. It's gonna fall through the metal, so just have it on some foil so you don't have that, because once it cooks it gets really soft. So I put mine on foil. It still will get that nice smoke, it just won't fall through and you can pull it off easier. So guys, notice the meat's been laying for a while and it's absorbed some of the dry seasoning. It's turned into almost like a liquid sauce, so that's what you want to see. That's why we give it a little bit of time to absorb. Alright, as much as it pains me to do this, I'm going to pour out some beer in this container that will go in the smoker. This will help the dryness of the meat so it doesn't dry as much. It'll give us a little bit of beer flavor. You can also use regular water, but I'm going to go ahead and pour some beer. Like I said, this really hurts because I would rather drink this. Alright guys, so I got the wood, got the beer, we're about to fire it up, get it to temperature, and last thing I'm going to do, I'm probably going to put a little bit of paper towels under the leg so there's no leaking, because all the fats from the pork and fish might leak out through the bottom. So yeah, I just want to show you guys how you don't have to be an expert. This is, you can do smoked meat and it'll turn out really good if you just follow the simple process. So yeah, let's do this. Guys, you want to add wood every couple hours as it runs out. Just check, and if it stops smoking, add a little bit of wood. I would say 1 to 2 hours. And the cool thing with electric smokers is they pick up temperature pretty fast because they have constant power. So you don't have to readjust the charcoal. As you see right here, they have a temperature. I got it set about to medium. I'm gonna see if we can keep a steady 250. I might turn it down a little bit. Once I have the temperature under control, that's when I'm gonna put the meat in. Temperature is rising. I wanted to also say, don't stress about the temperature too much, because as long as you're in a 225, 275 range, between that is fine. You don't have to be exactly at 250. So anywhere between 225 and 275 of the smoker, you'll be in good shape. Alright guys, we're at 250. I'm starting to see consistent smoke. Not sure if you can see it on camera. Yeah, so we just went a little bit over 250. So when we open it, it's gonna go down. So I had to adjust this a little bit back and forth, but I'm gonna keep adjusting to make sure to try to keep this steady 250. Guys, I just got the meat in. Now we just close and wait. Alright, so I'm gonna pull the ribs. They're pretty much at 200. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna pull them, and then I'm gonna wrap them in foil, let them rest for about 30 minutes to an hour. Looking good. Let me pull one of these out. That's about 3 hours on 225. Okay, so this is the salmon after it's rested for about 30 minutes. This is the farmed one. I overcooked it a little bit, but it shouldn't be an issue because on fish, as long as you get that smoke flavor, the smoker ended up cooking it a little too fast and I didn't check it in time. But my ribs came out perfect. Yeah, it's still nice and soft. Try it. It's good. So here's the ribs when I first take them out. This is the baby back. It's falling off the bone. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously there's a lot other steps you can take, but I was trying to show you the simplest way to do it. You could also wrap the ribs when they reach 165 to try to get them to tenderize more, and there's other little tricks there, but this is the simplest way and it still turns out really good. I ended up making salmon salad with just mayonnaise and onions and relish, and it was really good. And with the pork, it seemed like the more it laid, the better it got. Like the next day you could even feel the smoke flavor even more, and the fish got better the next day. So this is one of those things that the meat, the longer it lays, it'll even start tasting better in the next couple of days. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you like the content. Thank you.